Hello everybody, it's Alex. Welcome to the Mr. Epiq, Mr. Big snap-on tour of this big throbbing purple monster. So as you can see, I've collected some stuff over the years. We'll start with this box first, my 84-inch Epiq. This is the one with the power drawer and the smart drawer, the little sections. But where do we start? So first off, obviously the snap-on skull helmet, snap-on cap. I kept my meter, my scan tool from the previous verdict I had. My box lights, which are on remote. A snap-on ball scope. And a snap-on battery tester. They kind of sit at the top. And my little torch from one of my subscribers. Keep a few of these little snap-on magnetic screwdrivers. They're perfect for picking up bolts and also for tuning amps. It's the right size screw. Some hats. Snap-on roll cab drinks container. And some snap-on cups and gloves. The limited edition mat that everyone seems to love. This is quite popular. So we're going to start with drawer one. This one has a variety of bits and bobs in it. Blue point scraper, snap-on windscreen tools, a mirror, injector tester, two special plaques for my quad boxes, a pipe cutter, rubber hoses, feeler gauges, and 45-degree feeler gauges, obviously for setting gaps and checking piston rings and stuff. Yeah, bits, some Irwin blades, my windscreen wiper pulling tool, pen, some clamp tools, Bluetooth remote controller, we were discussing this the other day actually, the snap-on battery clamp, crush tool or crimp tool. It works okay, but you tend to find the terminal spreads down the side, there's not enough support for it. If this base was flatter, it might work a bit better, so redesign that snap-on. My snap-on knife and some snap-on blades. These are diamond tip terminal tools. These are kind of for filing out rust and getting rid of corrosion on spades and fork terminals. Next drawer, we've got a couple of bit sets. A multi-set, it's not snap-on, it's Sealy, but I use this quite a lot for various things, you know, Torx, star keys, Allen heads, extension, and the shorts, 3/8 and 1/2 inch. It comes in quite useful. And then we move on to the snap-on variant. A few more bits and bobs in there, Torx, X, Allen's, magnetic aluminium tool. So obviously I keep a lot of these kind of things because you never really know when you're going to drop something in an engine bay. And having lots of those, either grabbers or picks, is something useful. The power drawer. I keep my 1/2 inch gun in here. Battery chargers for the 14.4 and the 18 volt, and various torches sit on charge. Also power for my scope and my diagnostics. And we have some big sockets, my 1/2 inch ones, various sizes, the impact variety. And then in the bottom, I've got kind of like a bit of an odds and sods drawer. My mask for my welder, some snap-on headphones, a bag, the case for the diagnostic, a ventilation, a breather, goggles, kind of like an odds and sods drawer. Then we're going to move into the middle one, one of the big ones. So in here I've got various testing equipment. We'll start with the big snap-on pry bar, that's the big one at the back there. Various tools, so obviously my diagnostic. I also keep my lead in here for my VAGCOM. We've got speaker testers, polarity testers, setup CDs, things for the DM RTA from audio control. So I've got the mic and adapter leads that I can run RCA leads, phono, speaker inputs, blah, blah, blah. My SMD testers, we've got various ones from the DD1, DD1 Plus and the CC1, all for used in setting up amplifiers and finding gains with vehicles. And then we move on to the power draw. This is kind of all my 14.4 stuff, a blowtorch, 3/8 gun, 90 degree drill, my sip saw, blue point nibbler, my straight on drill, my bit driver, my extension 3/8 ratchet, quarter drive ratchet, and the snap-on extension low range tool. The sponge, if you're wondering, is actually got a hole in it, and no, it's not for that. It's for when I'm setting up cars. Something really handy to do is you use the headrest, lift the headrest way up in the air, you put the sponge between the headrest pillars, and then what I like to do is you get your sponge, put your microphone through it, and then that basically holds the position for the head to listen to for the DM RTA. It's a little tip. Next drawer, we've got various screwdrivers and picks. We'll start with the angled picks, the short picks, some more picks, lever, radiator tool, rad hoses, long screwdrivers, Phillips and flathead, the really long screwdrivers, Phillips and flathead, some terminal drivers, some extension bit drivers, a adjustable headset of Allen keys, mini Torx driver for like terminal boards and things like that, another terminal driver, Phillips flatheads, starting off with the trim tools, sorry, not the trim tools, terminal tools, some more snap-on terminal tools, keep lots of these, and then the soft grip pouch, screwdrivers, Torx, picks, the extensions, long and short bits, a ratchet screwdriver, next drawer. My new purchase that you saw last week, we've got the Blue Point pipe pliers. We have the female star keys, the extension ball head Allen keys, the normal Allen keys, extensions, and the Torx bits, snap-ons, knife and fork and spoon, selection of spanners. We have the socket ended spanners, the necked spanners, the extension rings, and the special flank drive spanners. Next drawer. This is like the bit drawer that I was talking about. This was part of my special edition, was obviously we had the power drawer and the bit driver, the bit drawer as a smalls drawer, as an optional extra. Next drawer, breakout kits, airbag, and the locking pick, the small files, the large files, and a selection of trim tools. Lots of those. Kind of my favourite one, the big fat one. Next drawer down, we've got ye old trusty here we go. Ye old trusty rivet tool and riv nuts. So we, the nut inserts, so keep a selection of those ready, all zinced, ready to go. And last but not least, the bearing puller tool, slide hammer. And we move over to this side. This one is the stand that I keep my laptop on when I'm messing around with cars, or the diagnostic, or a laptop, or tuning the software for a car. I put my DMRTA on there, run the microphone into a car. At the minute, we've got one spare drawer. In the bottom, odds and sods, helicoils, tap and die sets, saw blades, razor blades, polishing kit for the Dremel, pencils, brushes, tapes. That's kind of like a necessity drawer. So we're moving on to box 2. Got a couple of cool things in here. Snap-on shot glasses. We've got a snap-on football, some snap-on flip-flops. My grab tool. This one's got a torch on the end of it. Flexible and a magnet here too. We've got the purple matching snap-on sort of spanner, obviously in the same Mopar purple as the box. Knife sharpener. Snap-on razor, snap-on Lego truck. Everyone loves a finger basher. Snap-on bottle openers, sockets. One of my newer pickups, my spanner, and my special snap-on dude. And then we've got the two snap-on models, the two cars. We've got the American van and the American other van. You'll correct me, you know what these are. Also, move this way slightly. We've got the 3/8 gold limited edition ratchet extension and the 3/8 short gold ratchet. Moving right a bit more, we've got the pearlescent snap-on 95th ratchet screwdriver, and we've got the snap-on limited edition purple Mopar purple screwdriver, and a magnetic tray and some googly eyes for when you're feeling a bit special. So we'll move on to drawer number 1. This is kind of like paperwork drawer, important stuff, receipts, 9mm, and odds and sods. Next drawer, my vice grips, full set, the welding grips, the lockable pliers, all different types, you know, needle nose, long nose, short stubbies. Then the Irwin kind of 3/8 extensions and the quarter drives. The bits and bobs drawer, we've got the snap-on scanner, thermal scanner. We have the multimeter, my Zamo laser finder, range finder, my ohmmeter SRS detection unit, various bits and bobs, resistors and multi-leads, multimeter leads, my cable short tester and finder, chargers for the pens, the little pen light torches, and a vernier gauge. Moving down, brake pipe stuff. So we've got some CV joint clips, pliers, and my brake pipe tool, and some copper brake pipe. The kind of power draw tools, we've got obviously the saws, the grinders, the sanders, the the Dremel, the glue gun, circuit tester, power probe, and then grinding discs and jigsaw blades. Then we kind of move on to the middle. This is kind of like one of the better sides of the toolbox, I would have said. And there's a lot in here, a hell of a lot in here. So where do we start? We've got metric and imperial sockets, shallow, deep, intermediate, 3/8, half, quarter. Various ratchets, extensions, short, stubby, swivel heads. We have various extensions, some with ball ends, some with straight ends. We've got the shallow bit tools, we've got the screwdriver type 3/8 tool, sorry, quarter tool, torque wrenches, 1/2 inch, 3/8 and quarter drive, extension beastie bars, pry bars. We've got the swivel tools, the oil filler tool, the short low range sockets, FDX cutout sockets, crow's feet, torque swivels, wobbly extensions, Irwin removal tools, locking wheel nut removal tools, alloy wheel sockets, some sump tools, some extensions and changes from 3/8 to half, half to 3/8, quarter. And then we've got the female sockets, the SAR sockets, spline drives, wobbly sockets, the shallow quarter drive, and the shallow quarter drive spanner and socket set. And then we're going to move on to the next drawer down, which is a bit of a screwdrivery type affair. So we've got the ball end Allen keys, Phillips short long, Torx extensions, pry tools, trim tools, Torx normal size, and then we've got the T keys, Torx, Allens, and metric and imperial, and the shallow through and through socket tool from Blue Point. That thing's a lifesaver, should everyone have them. Next drawer, some more spanners. So we've got a full range, obviously from the big 36 downwards all the way down to small as the 7. Is it 7 or a 6? 7. Jodie's just in the process of changing all of these ratchet spanners for me. We've got a few to change. I think there's 2 left to do, the 17 and the 14. We've had a few issues with breakages with the ringlets, so they're now being redone. So I'm getting all of these changed. Then we've got the short stubbies, ratchets. We've got the brake pipe spanners, normal shorts, long, intermediate, the kind of offset spanners, the swan neck spanners, and then the super thin range spanners. Next drawer down, we have the terminal trim tools, the spaded trim tools, selection of scissors, my tin snips, the circlip pliers, selection of short pliers, a spreading trim tool, and then various other pliers. We have the big grip, the extension needle nose, the normal needle nose, side cutters, the pipe end and grip end pliers, normal duckbill, short duckbill, and then the 45-degree needle nose. And we're moving back into the next drawer, which is my kind of punches, my scrapers, my impact tool, another slide hammer. It's like the body panel kit, this, so you've got like the dolly, the trim tool, the metal body shop hammer, a smaller set of pry bars, and yeah, all my punches and chisels. Next drawer. This is the Neela pry bars, the adjustable ones. My favourite soldering iron, the Orodo. We've got a stud kit, brake pushback kit, windback kit, some pipe pliers or pipe clamps, different kind of pulling tools, a brake pad spreader tool, various adjustable wrenches, and obviously the purple version, of course, dynamat roller, wire wheel, coilover spanners, kind of the general mechanic-y kind of tools. The bottom drawer, we've got my older set of riv nut tool and rivet tool, the Snap-on 95th lunchbox, a hacksaw, piston liner kind of sanding tool, and my big Snap-on 76-piece tap and die set. I do love this thing. If you're ever thinking about getting a complete kit, you can't say better than that. And now we're kind of moving over to the right hand side of the toolbox. I've got various crimp tools and adjustment crimp tools. These are for like the terminals, which we do, the waterproof connections, the Delphi connections, all kind of type of digital aerial connections, crimping tools, the FME and things like that. My through and through tool, the as we call it, the pokey tool. You thread this through a grommet and then you can push a cable through there and it allows you to pull a cable through the firewall, nice and simple. Set of hammers, obviously a metal one that's taken a bit of a battering. The dead blow with the sand or balls in, and then I use this one as a trim, so we've got one dirty and then this one's kept clean, so we can do interior work with this one, putting on rubbers of cars so that it doesn't get black and oily. And last but not least, the box drawer. So in the bottom here we've got various things, one of them being the Snap-on Premium Monopoly set, which is not out of the box and it won't come out of the box. We have got the Snap-on pressure tester. This is the thing that's currently sat in the Lotus. Obviously I'm monitoring the oil pressure from the head. Great use tool. We've got the Mitivac adjustable coolant pressure tester lid, the coolant tester pressure tester with all its little inserts, great for doing leak down tests on a car. Next box, we've got the Blue Point dial gauge, perfect for setting up things like camshaft wobble and cranks. And then the Snap-on bearing pusher tool. Obviously that's pretty much most of my stuff. We have a few odds and ends around the workshop which you've seen already. Things like the big tools on the top and, you know, various Snap-on guns and bags, drinks holders, quite a few different things, bits and bobs. Even the toilet. So that's it, guys. That's my tour, my toolbox tour. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's everything I pretty much have in these two big boxes. You know the journey that we've taken to get here, and it wouldn't be possible without everyone's support, so I do appreciate that. Obviously it's the end of 2020, Christmas time, New Year's around the corner. COVID's been a bit of a ball ache this year, but everyone stay safe. Have a good holiday, happy Christmas, safe New Year. Come back next year, be safe. I want you here next year for 2021. Well, we may even get another Epiq, who knows.
Mm-hmm.